Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Kurt stopped by today and grabbed a pair of scissors and decided that this particular plant on the end here should be our test to see if cutting off the, I guess what are we calling them? The extra branches that don't have the fruiting flowers on them. I guess it would be technically called the sucker of the plant. I actually am a firm believer that when you cut the suckers off, you stop the plant from producing sugars and fruit and whatnot, and it's ridiculous. So I thought I'd shoot a little video and show you what we did, and over the time we'll see what happens. I got 13 of these. This end one, we chopped every one of the suckers off that were here, here, here. One thing that was kind of neat, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get in here. If you can see, there's water actually dripping out of the plant every place it's been cut. Let me taste it. Huh, interesting. Tastes like pure water. The uptake of these plants is so incredible, they're actually dripping water out of the branches they cut off. And it's fairly prolific. I can see it actual dripping. Very interesting. So this plant's been completely trimmed from top to bottom of all of its suckers. I did a little YouTube read up on it or watch up on it before we started, or after he did it. And basically, if there's no fuzz on the plant branch, let me straighten my camera out here. It's my first time using a tripod. If there's no fuzz on the stem, or a lot less fuzz, like this particular one's a sucker. That should have been trimmed off too. You cut it off. And the idea is it's going to concentrate the fruit on the flowering branch. I can see this being productive at the end of the season, but never at the very beginning. But we'll see. We'll give every dog his due, and then we'll make fun of him when he's wrong. I'm using the Morning Glory it's a vine plant, and I'm wrapping it around my tomato hanger and the tomato plant as it grows up, and it's just acting as like a bread tie would. Kind of unique to use one plant to hold the other plant. Morning Glory is really strong when it wraps around. So what we've got here is 4 plants growing in one container. I've got crookneck, a squash. I think it's a crookneck. Well, maybe it's not. It's a squash. I don't know what the hell they call it. I always call them crooknecks, but it might be something else. I assume that's because it's a crooked neck. Do not adjust your set. Okay. So what I've got down here is I've got catnip here growing. I've got cilantro over here. I've got thyme growing down in the very bottom. It's just a little tiny baby plant. It's just starting to take off. And then obviously that squash is right here. That is an artichoke with Morning Glory flowers around the outside of it. A Morning Glory. This is what I dropped in there. And then an artichoke right in the dead center. Oops. And then an artichoke in the center. It's quite beautiful. It's starting to flower a little bit. I flowered it really small. Okay, these are red beets. I've got red beets growing here, and then in the middle here, and he's struggling to come up because of the light issue, but I've got a Brussels sprout here. Keep pushing these guys over and let some light in there. I've got a big Brussels sprout down here, a couple of more I'll show you. Kind of neat when they come in. These red beets they're actually getting pretty good size. Takes a while for them to come on. The Brussels sprout I'm growing is this particular one right here. And yeah, so red beets and Brussels sprouts. Not too much magic with the Venus flytrap. That's about as big as they grow. The leaves grow up for a while, then they turn brown and fall off, and the new growth comes out. We can tickle one here. Let's tickle this guy right here. I thought he might start to close up. They've got sharp teeth, so you have to be careful. Kidding. Kind of need to get into the middle of them. I don't want to mess with it too much. They don't do very good without a humidity dome, so if you want to hydro them, put a container over the top of them. I use a pickle jar. This is my Brussels sprout. Hope you can see that. I'll kind of randomly move it around there. We can take and move it out of the way. You can see all the little tiny. Let me see what you can see. I look on the screen. So down inside here, I got a whole bunch of little bumps that are growing up off of it, and those are the Brussels sprouts. And in future video, I'll get in real close and get some up close shots. But yeah, just real happy and healthy. This guy grows a little bit every day. Okay, this is just a good old-fashioned cantaloupe growing in here. These little guys are mint growing up, and I just throw those in there because I like to snack on them. The plant's looking pretty good, starting to flower. It's got little flowers starting to pop up here and there. It's looking really, really good. And then I've got another one growing right here. That's about, I'd say, probably a month and a half younger.